Europe is home to some of the world's most breathtaking landscapes. In this video, we're taking you on an unforgettable journey to 5 epic places that will blow your mind. From towering rock formations to mystical valleys, these are must-see destinations that will leave you in awe.
Our first stop takes us to the jaw-dropping Meteora in Greece. Meteora is known for its towering rock formations, some standing over 400 meters tall. All of this is topped with ancient monasteries that seem to defy gravity. The name Meteora means suspended in air, and you'll see why as soon as you arrive.
This UNESCO World Heritage Site seems like something out of a dream. These rock pillars were formed over 60 million years ago and shaped by wind and water. They've been home to monks since the 14th century, and today 6 monasteries remain active. You can actually visit each one by hiking the steep trails leading all the way up to them.
The best way to reach Meteora is by flying into Thessaloniki, Greece's second largest city. However, Meteora is also only 4 hours from Athens, and that's what we did. We rented a car from Athens to explore Meteora, and it absolutely lived up to the hype.
The Great Meteoran Monastery is the largest and most famous. It offers unparalleled panoramic views of the valley. And don't miss visiting the other monasteries, which are known for their beautiful frescoes and tranquil atmosphere.
I can see why the monks chose to live here.
Yeah, me too.
For an unforgettable stay, we stayed in the town of Kalambatka. It's nestled right at the foot of the Meteora rock formations. And we recommend staying at the Divani Meteora Hotel. It has stunning views and it's surrounded by cliffs, but it also has modern amenities.
Our next stop is Cappadocia, Turkey. It's a land of fairy chimneys and ancient cave dwellings. Cappadocia's otherworldly landscape is best experienced at sunrise. Floating above it in a hot air balloon is something you will never forget. The region's unique rock formations were created by volcanic eruptions millions of years ago and have since been carved into by both nature and humans. It is something to witness from above.
Yes, indeed, and we took 2 hot air balloon rides and definitely loved our second trip with royal balloons where we flew through the fairy chimneys for the most stunning views. The closest city to fly into is Causeway, which is about an hour away from the main town of Gorum. That's where you'll see all of the cave dwellings. One of the most fascinating things to explore is the Gorum Open Air Museum. It's a cluster of rock-cut churches dating back to the 10th century. And don't forget to visit one of the underground ancient cities and the rock-dwelling caves that people have made their homes in.
Yeah, these are cities that were carved deep into the ground to provide shelter during times of invasion.
90-minute flights leave regularly from Istanbul, and we recommend staying in Cappadocia for at least 3 days. We stayed at the Kayakapi Premium Caves Hotel, and it was a dream.
Sure was.
We had our own private hammam and cave suite that was built right into the side of the cliffs, and we had gorgeous views of the valley.
Our third stop is the majestic Gornergrat in Switzerland, where you'll be treated to panoramic views of the Matterhorn, one of the most famous mountains in the world. Now, the nearest major city to fly into is Zurich, followed by a train ride to the picturesque town of Zermatt, and we loved this place.
To get up to Gornergrat from Zermatt, you're going to hop on the Gornergrat Railway, which is the highest open-air cog railway in Europe. The journey to the top takes about 30 minutes and it climbs to over 3,000 meters above sea level. That's almost 10,000 feet, people. From here, you're going to be greeted to jaw-dropping views of not only the Matterhorn, but you'll see the Mount Rosa Massif and the Gorner Glacier, plus 28 other 4,000-meter peaks as you walk among glaciers. It truly was the most breathtaking scene we have ever experienced.
And Gornergrat isn't just for sightseeing. It's also a fantastic destination for hiking in the summer and skiing in the winter.
And it's here that you can search for the Gornergrat sheep, which are just as cute as a button. We stayed at Hotel Aristella Swiss Flair, which was walking distance to the old town and all of the trains and gondolas. It has one of the best restaurants in Zermatt, and they offer free shuttles from the train station in their electric car.
Heading to Northern Ireland, Our fourth stop is the legendary Giant's Causeway. The closest major city to fly into is Belfast, about an hour's drive from this iconic site. Now, renting a car is the best way to explore this portion of Ireland. The Giant's Causeway is located along the legendary Causeway coastal route, something you don't want to miss driving. So what is the Giant's Causeway, Deb?
Well, the Giant's Causeway is made up of over 40,000 hexagonal basalt columns that were formed by volcanic activity 50 or 60 million years ago. It actually looks more like patio stones all interlocking as they lead out to the sea. And that explains the legend.
Yes.
Because legend has it that the Giant's Causeway was built by the Irish giant Finn McCool, who made it to go across the sea to battle his rival, a Scottish giant. And as you walk along the stones, you can easily imagine that myth coming to life.
Yeah, I choose to believe the myth.
I like it.
Now, beyond the causeway, you need to take time to explore the stunning Causeway coast, as I said earlier. And if you're up for a little thrill, don't miss the nearby Carrick-a-Reid rope bridge for incredible views of the Irish cliffs and coastline. And my recommendation is, don't forget to stop at Bushmills for a whiskey tasting. I love a good whiskey.
It's only about 10 minutes from the Giant's Causeway as well, so it's also a great place to make a base.
Oh, and also don't forget the dark hedges.
Oh yes, you have to go that. All of this stuff is nearby. For accommodations, we always have stayed at the Causeway Hotel. As a matter of fact, we've stayed there 3 times, and that is because it's located right beside the site.
Our final stop is the spectacular Durmitor National Park in Montenegro. This is a hidden gem that's perfect for nature lovers. The nearest city to fly into is Podgorica, followed by a scenic drive to the mountains. Now, we actually drove from Sarajevo in neighboring Bosnia and Herzegovina and witnessed one of the most incredible drives of our lives.
During this drive, we drove through the crown jewel of the national park, which is the Terra Canyon. It's the second deepest canyon in the world after the Grand Canyon. And one of the best ways to experience this natural wonder is to go whitewater rafting on the Terra River, or you can even zip line over the canyon. But the Durmitor Ring is an 85-kilometer circular drive on single-track roads with hairpin turns taking you through views of towering canyon walls and lush forests.
Yeah, it's not for the faint of heart.
It's a hairy ride, but it is beautiful. One note though, if you don't have a lot of driving experience, we don't recommend driving it yourself. Instead, book a tour, and you can book tours through this drive. We have them in the links below.
Be sure to hike the trail to Black Lake, which is this serene alpine lake nestled in the shadow of the mountains. Durmitor is a paradise for outdoor enthusiasts, offering everything from hiking and mountain biking in the summer to skiing in the winter. We explored it in the summer, but I'd love to return in winter for some good skiing.
For accommodations, we stayed at Hotel Soa, which is a modern mountain lodge with incredible views and excellent service. We loved it here. It was located right within the park and it's walking distance to Black Lake. We had parking included so we could take day trips to all the spectacular viewpoints, and let me tell you, there were many.
From the mystical monasteries of Meteora to the dramatic peaks of Durmitor, these 5 places in Europe are guaranteed to blow your mind. Whether you're exploring ancient history, stunning geology, or breathtaking landscapes, these are destinations you'll never forget.
Check out the links for further guides on all of the places that we recommended, because we have complete city guides and country guides to everything we mentioned.
And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more travel inspiration.
And let us know which of these epic places are next on your bucket list.
Thanks for watching. Ciao for now.
See you next week.